The courtroom was silent. Not the peaceful kind of silence, but the heavy kind. The kind where every breath feels too loud, where every second stretches like an eternity. At the center of that silence sat a man, Christopher Whitaker, accused of something so unthinkable it shook an entire city. The murder of a child, 14-year-old Alianna DeFreeze. The judge leaned forward, his voice cold but sharp. "You stand accused of the brutal murder of a teenager. Do you have anything to say for yourself?" And Whitaker smirked, as if this was a game, as if the life he had stolen didn't matter. But he was about to learn that the system he thought would protect him was about to crush him instead. Alianna was just a girl walking to school. It was an ordinary morning, nothing unusual. Her family expected her to return home later that day, laughing, talking, full of teenage energy. But she never made it. Her parents reported her missing, and hours turned into days. The community searched, prayed, begged for answers. And when the truth came, it was darker than anyone imagined. Alianna had been abducted. She had been taken, assaulted, and murdered in cold blood. Her body was found abandoned. And with that discovery, Cleveland's heart broke. The police investigation quickly led to Christopher Whitaker, a man with a long criminal history, a man who should have been behind bars long before Alianna ever crossed his path. But somehow he kept slipping through the cracks. Now he sat in court, confident, arrogant, convinced that somehow, some way he would walk free again. His lawyer argued insanity. He wasn't in control, they said. He didn't know what he was doing, they claimed. To them, Alianna's life was just another legal chess piece. To the family, she was everything. Their daughter, their joy, and no excuse could bring her back. The prosecution began laying out the evidence. DNA, a timeline that placed Whitaker exactly where he didn't want to be. Then came the slow unraveling. Piece by piece, surveillance footage showed his movements. Phone records tied him to the crime. And the most damning of all? Whitaker's own words. In a recorded statement, he bragged. He revealed more than he realized. The family sat in the gallery watching every second. And everyone in that room could feel it. The jury leaned in. The judge's face tightened. Then came the moment, the one that turned the entire trial upside down. The silence that followed was suffocating. No more jokes, just the crushing weight of truth. The verdict was swift. Guilty. But the real moment of justice came at sentencing. The judge looked down at him, his voice steady, deliberate. "You thought her life didn't matter. You thought the system would protect you. But today, we remind you that her life mattered more than you'll ever know." And with those words, the death penalty was handed down. The courtroom erupted. Not in celebration, but in relief, in tears, in the release of a pain too heavy to carry. Alianna's family embraced each other, knowing nothing could bring her back, but justice at least had been served. Alianna's story is one of heartbreak, but also of truth. Whitaker thought he held the power. He thought his lies could protect him, but he underestimated the strength of a family's love, the persistence of justice, and the voice of a community that refused to stay silent. Her life was cut short. Alianna reminds us that every child's life matters, and that the justice system must do more to protect the innocent. And that is the lesson we're left with. Power doesn't lie in cruelty. It lies in accountability. If Alianna's story moved you, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like.